Our opening sequence uses the codes and conventions of thrillers to interest the audience into watching the rest of the film. It has similarities to other thrillers we've analysed, such as having the character be a vulnerable woman. Red Eye, Jaws, Silence of the Lambs, and Flight Plan all use this common element to receive the audience's attention. Partial vision, question-answer model, and concealment and protraction are the three main codes and conventions that are used in the thrillers that we analysed, as well as our own. In addition to this, the transformed city has been used too, as the location where the character is becomes unsafe and dangerous for them to be in. I believe our sequence is similar to Silence of the Lambs and Jaws, as the audience is introduced to a female character that is being watched by somebody else, and it ends on an uncertainty of what has happened. As a group, we chose to make our sequence as it uses and develops the forms commonly used for the genre of thrillers. We wanted to portray a realistic, everyday scene that changes into something tense and disturbing. We included non-diegetic music to build the suspense, different outside perspective shots to introduce a second character, and to end the sequence in an uncomfortable and disturbing way, as we only see the woman being attacked by the shot of her facial expression. We didn't want to introduce crime, show the attacker, or have any other characters involved in the opening, as we felt it would have told too much at the beginning of the film. The codes and conventions that we planned and decided to follow are partial vision, transformed city, concealment and protraction, and question-answer model, as they make the viewer tense and impatient to find out what is happening. Our narrative is linear, as it clearly allows the audience to acknowledge the scene and situation that's being shown to them. We plan to film shots portraying a middle-aged woman performing normal actions such as doing work on a laptop, making herself a cup of tea, and closing the door. In the end, we captured this by using a variety of camera angles and movements to keep viewers interested and intrigued to know what is going to occur next. An example of a camera angle we used was a low canted angle to portray the woman walking towards the door. As it is canted, it makes the viewer feel disorientated and uncomfortable to what she's doing and where she's going. I think our opening sequence is successful, as it applies the thriller codes and conventions to create a circumstance where the character is in a dangerous situation and that they are unaware of being in that situation. The use of the music instantly tells the audience that something is about to happen, as well as the editing of shots as the duration becomes shorter and shorter to produce anticipation. We decided to follow the common convention of having a male killer. However, the audience are unaware that T is male in the opening, as his appearance is concealed. It is stereotypical for them to be superior to a weak woman who they're targeting. We did this as we wanted viewers to question what gender, how old, and what social group the killer belongs to. Overall, I think our sequence is a good example of an opening to a thriller, as we illustrate a storyline by applying the codes and conventions of the genre to it. The important parts of our sequence is how we're introduced to an unknown point of view at the beginning, and how the woman follows the typical portrayal of a vulnerable character. With the help of technical equipment and software, we were able to generate our finished product.